John Harris here from Muscular Development. I'm here at the Dorothy Hancock Hall, back in the event center in Boston. John Hancock.
You should know that. You've been here.
If you're from Boston, we call it the old John Hancock, which is a little shorter than the new John. Here with the promoter of the NPC Jay Cutler Classic, four-time Mr. Olympia, Massachusetts native, Jay Cutler. Jay, always great to see you. Welcome back to Boston.
You're a familiar face at this show. You've been here many times.
Been here many times.
What's the best placing you've had at this contest?
I was second place in the heavyweights 2002, which was my first NPC show on the East Coast. And the same thing happened again in 2005. I had a lot of second places. You know about second place.
Listen, I've had too many, but unfortunately I won it where it counted most. And that's on the biggest scale there is. But second to Mr. Olympia, of course, we have the Jay Cutler Classic, which has been... I've been here, Brian, I guess when I was 21.
Wow.
1995. Okay, so I've been attending this show. I think I was the guest host every year after that until I took the show over, I think, in 2008. This used to be the New Englands.
That's right.
I was, Jimmy Dakotas formerly was promoting the show, the New Englands. It became the Jay Cutler, and we actually shifted and moved the New Englands to the end of the year. We have 2 shows a year here. And fortunately, being NPC sanctioned, you know, we've had a lot of great competitors, a lot of international competitors that want to win the title. And we have, you know, a lot of record years. This year being great success. We had a lot of competitors, but as you see, it's shifted now to classic physique, men's physique, bikini. We have a lack of bodybuilders here. So anyone watching this, we need more bodybuilders for the fall show, which is going to be November 3rd here for the New Englands.
I can even remember this show was probably close to 10 years ago now. A kid came over from Bulgaria just because he was a fan of yours and he knew this was your show. And I think this is before you had a bunch of Jay Cutler classes. You have a few of them across the country now.
Yeah.
But Dobry Dolev, who's now a really good 212 pro, came all the way from Eastern Europe to Boston just to win your show. And it was pretty cool.
You interviewed him for Muscular Development at the time, I believe. So, you know, it's just been great to be able to be from this area. And this is my favorite Jay Cutler. I know, you know, I have a lot of them, but this is definitely the one that holds the most value to me because of where I come from. And I started here. I mean, I was a guest poser. The other ones were created, you know, in areas that I wasn't from. So these, you know, the 2 shows I have here are just super important to me, and I see a lot of the fan base that continue to come out and support, a lot of my friends and people that I've been around. So, you know, it's important for me to continue to put on a show here and give back and give people a platform to stand on. It doesn't matter what divisions, and that's what's really cool about it. As you know, back when we started, it was strictly bodybuilding, men's and women's side. Now, you know, we got all different types of physiques, all different structures, you know, masters, teenage. I mean, anyone can really stand on the stage. There's no limitations to height, to weight, to, you know, whatever. You know, you can't get bigger, you gotta get smaller, whatever it is. And man, everyone that stands on this stage is up there to win it, but everyone walks away a winner. It doesn't matter the placings.
Yeah, I mean, it's something for everybody. I used to, honestly, I had a lot of opposition because I came from just bodybuilding like you, and I was, as soon as all these divisions started popping up, I was like, "Argh, men's physique and bikini and figure." I'm actually at the point where I'm like cool with everything finally. I'm like, you know what? This has brought so much more participation and so much more life back into these shows. If it was just bodybuilding, these shows wouldn't be around anymore.
They, you know, they wouldn't to the extent that they are. I think a lot of people are still interested in changing their physiques. And listen, I call bodybuilding anyone that's in the gym kind of building their body. I always said bodybuilding was a form of art. I know that it's gotten distorted and there's been bigger physiques, and I even pushed myself past the limitations. But it's just, it's a platform to be able to display whatever achievement you're set out to do, and that's maybe lose weight or challenge someone, or you know, or you just want to be the best in the world at what you do. That was my vision and my passion, and I became the best, and now leading over, and now I'm promoting, and it's just a great opportunity to do that. And I'm doing a lot of these. I mean, like you said, I have 5, you know, events that I hold my name to, but I'm doing so many other things besides that. I mean, I'm still networking at all the expos, and I'm traveling international. I was just back to back. I went to Germany, then I went to Australia. You know, I'm here. I'm with the military next week. I'm touring with the USO.
You're at an expo tomorrow, aren't you?
I'm at the Fit Expo Philadelphia, which is the first year they had that show. So I'll be there tomorrow doing a seminar. And then next week I'm with the troops in DC and Virginia. I'm actually visiting the Pentagon, so I'm touring with them. I'll be in Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Pro, and then I do a gym in Kentucky on Saturday with Mega Gym out there. So I'm all over the place. I'm still networking like crazy.
Would you say you're actually way busier now than when you were Mr. Olympia?
Yeah.
For sure, right?
Because now I'm not committed to being in the gym for 4 hours a day and eating 7 meals a day. The commitment it takes to get into shape and to train and win the biggest title in the world, it's a lot on your shoulders. I mean, you did it on a level that was equal to what, even training as an amateur, we all trained the same way.
We all did
we
the same
still
stuff.
trained. Obviously for me it was a little more important to really finish what I needed to do because I was the best at it, and I was contracted to do so. So I was paid to be a professional bodybuilder, and that's what a lot of these athletes are fighting for. They want to get sponsored. They want to do it, have their hobby become a profession. That's when at 21, 22, when I got my first contract, I was like, man, I'm going to get paid to lift weights. Who would have ever imagined, right? And here I am at 44 and still doing what I like to do, and that's, be at these events, meet and greets, and supporting those, and giving people like a goal to stand in front of these judges and really just to be at the absolute best.
Now, I got to say, you're turning 45 this summer, correct?
August, yeah.
I don't see a freaking line on your face. You still have
a lot of Botox, man.
A little bit, I'm sure. Great crop of hair, and did you think you'd still be able to hold this kind of physique with as little as you're doing now compared to what you had to do back in the day? You were like 300 pounds all the time walking around.
Yeah, I knew I would stay in shape. I thought I wouldn't be as big because I don't really try to be big now, and I don't eat as much. I love training, and that's where this all started. Listen, competing wasn't something that I said, I want to be on stage all the time. As a pro, I didn't compete that much. I did it where it counted most. I didn't compete like all the shows all through the year. Luckily, I won a lot when I got to a certain level, so I was able to kind of dictate where I wanted to compete. I've taken good care of myself. I think the eating habits, I wasn't a big partier, so I think, I sleep well, and even at these places when I travel with the time frame, I try to get as much rest as I can, and I'm still training every day, man. So, hair, it's just a genetic thing. You know that. I don't think anything. You can't really lose your hair by doing anything if it's not genetic. You know what I mean? So, I think I've been fortunate in that sense, and I'm known for my hair, I guess.
Physically, physically, how do you feel compared to? Was it uncomfortable being that big? You feel a lot more comfortable now? Just
you know what? I was pretty comfortable at 300 pounds.
Really?
You saw me guest pose a lot. I was big, but I was always in decent shape.
Right.
And that's the thing is where, I was doing cardio here and there, and I was guest posing every week, so I had to stay in good shape. I was about 290 probably most off seasons, 285, and I competed. 270, 265, 260, 255 was my best probably. So I've competed at all different weights, and for me, it's pretty attainable. I was pretty comfortable. I do feel better being like 235, 240, but. Listen, man, it's I could be 270, 280 probably in a week, couple months, yeah.
Oh, sure.
And I don't eat the kind of meals I do. I eat half as much, I train half as much, and I'm still out there just following the sport and seeing what talent's coming up. And I'm a fan of all these guys now. And I watch the Olympia stage, and I've never imagined how I ever could have stood up there and did what I did and trained like that, all the crazy weights. Like, obviously the training has changed a lot, right? As we get older, we get a little smarter. And I'm watching how much weight I put on my back and what kind of weights I use. But the goal isn't to get as big as possible. It's more to just, maintenance and just stay healthy and stay lean and stay muscular. And I'm not trying to do anything. My shirt might say aim huge, but that aim huge, that means a big meaning for a lot of stuff. So.
But it's, people are always shocked, and I say, you know what? Jay was never a small guy. Even when he was a teenager, he had this broad shoulder. Lee Haney talks about the genetic blueprint. People try to go against it. This was your genetic blueprint. You were meant to do this. The fact that you're not even trying to be big now, you're bigger than 99% of people who are trying and doing everything possible to be big. That tells you that some people are really destined to look a certain way and some people aren't. Regardless, we're getting off track. I think you're still tremendously popular because you do give back, you stay around, you take time for all the fans. There's very few people in this industry that take the time to interact with the fans the way that you do and go to all these shows and expos and everything. You're just one of the coolest guys around. And I don't say that just kiss your ass. I honestly believe that. You're one of the guys, you're one of the real good guys in the sport. I'm so glad that you're so involved in it. the way you are. It's
And
good for all
I'm
of
not
us.
going to go away, man. I'll be here, and you know, at one time I was a fan of it. I remember going to these shows. We didn't have a lot back then, and we had no extras. There was no such thing. So I remember looking at the pros for the first time, and I was like, man, I wonder if I should go up and say hi and whatever. So like when I see people looking at me and I can tell they're nervous, I'll walk up and say, hey, what's going on? And they still don't know what to say. I mean, a lot of people are very nervous. But you see, I'm meeting a lot of great people here for the first time, and a lot of the general faces. You know, these guys have been coming here longer than I have. So it's just good that, you know, you're here supporting. Thank you, Muscular Development, for coming out and supporting the show, and Steve Blackman, the staff over there, and you guys, you know, just keep promoting. And you guys out there that are thinking about getting on stage, make sure you guys check out your local show, wherever it may be, and hopefully this interview would show you guys like there's a lot to it. I mean, it's more than just getting up there and competing. It's networking, and you know, you have social media now, so you can really get your face out there a little easier, and you don't have to be a superstar to be publicized.
All right, I can't add much to that. Thank you so much, Jay, from the Jay Cutler Classic in Boston.